What is going on, everybody? Still working on the Traxxas TRX4 chassis kit. Front axle bag. Now I've already put the pinion gear in, the diff locker, and the cable for shifting, and the cover. That's the same as the rear axle, so I went ahead and did that off camera. Everything works like it's supposed to. And the next thing up is the C hubs, these big guys, and they are labeled. There is a small, it probably won't show up, but there's a very small letter R on there, L on the other one, of course. And they just slide over, just like the caps on the front axle, or rear axle, excuse me. And they are 2.5 by 10 countersunk head screws, just like the rear. Alright, set it aside. Now we have our portal housings, portal boxes, whichever you prefer, and all the bearings. There's a 4 by 10. Make sure it's in there all the way. And a 6 by 13. And over here we have a 6 by 12. Alright. Now the axle shafts, the right is the long. We need that guy. And we need that guy. Slide him through. Slide him over. Then we got to try to get this pin to go all the way through there. Got to kind of keep everything lined up. Yeah. Come on. Let's see here. Let's try this. There we go. Never give up. Then we We slide a bearing on there, and that kind of holds that pin in place. Do that one more time. First try on that one. Alright. Now, we have our little output shafts. And tied the 2x12 pins. And the gears. That's all that is, just gear slots over the pin there. Okay. Optional parts: machined input gear, heavy duty axles, aluminum portal housings. Why? No, brass parts seem to be big on these for some reason. Add weight to the axle to lower the center of gravity, but you're also adding a lot of wear to the drivetrain with all that extra weight. These guys slide in here like so. A little bit of grease. Alright. Now we have these guys. Make sure I got the right one here. Yes, they are stamped right. I have a little bitty R right down in there. So he would be the long shaft. A little grease on there. And he slides in there. Press the bearing in there. The bearing kind of holds everything down. But this one has 2.5 by 4 button head screws that kind of trap that bearing. That's the wrong drive. These little guys, they're just keeping that bearing from coming out. That's all they're doing. They're just catching the edge of the bearing. That outer race of the bearing. see they're just catching the edge of that bearing race just to keep that bearing securely in place. Alright. Now, excuse me, we can take this guy and one of these guys. Well, that was genius of me, wasn't it? Grease everywhere. They slide together like that. And now we have, once again, 8 2.5 by 10s in each one. Alright, everything works. That means life is good. Alright, axle back over here. Have it facing the same way the picture is. Right side. Ooh. There we go. And these have these little bushings. And what size are these? These are 3 by 12s. Getting them started there. That's just a little bushing. Slide down. And a 3 by 12. Don't over tighten these. You don't want to lock up the steering. Still moves freely. Alright. Now the other side, same thing. making progress. Now, let's get it facing the right way this time. Just like that. Track bar bracket. And lower link bracket. Alright, that close up the grease here before I end up getting it everywhere. Now our drive hexes, hex drives, whichever one you prefer. Oops, I had to put that one on there backwards. Look at that. I keep trying to mess up. There we go. Alright, and the last thing is the drag link. That is a, what is that, a 3x15. Alright, that's everything except there's a screw left over. And I'm going to assume that that is for the other end of the drag link once we attach the steering link to the servo. So I'm going to go ahead and just put him in there. And there's our front axle. Everything works. Alright. Front axle, rear axle, and the transmission. So now we can move on to the next bag. And the next bag, I think, is the chassis. Because you got to have a place to put all this stuff. So let's see here, yeah. Chassis plastics bag. So we'll break that out and we'll get started on that the next time around. Until then, later.